Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts on the 4 hour. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Just had to do a couple of sound checks then, because I forgot to check them before I started the video. But yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Here we go. We are looking like we are trying to basically break above our resistance level. Obviously we have, well, ever so slightly on this candle wicked above, but yeah, we're pretty much trading the candle body at the top side of this level, over almost over 39,000. But yeah, this is obviously looking good. You can see that we had obviously in this short-term trend here, this short-term iteration of price action, have been putting in higher lows and higher highs, and yeah, that seems to be doing the trick to break us through this resistance. So if we get back into this zone here, start to make moves towards 42,000, get above 42,000, then yeah, we should be looking good for the next move up. Even if we do get a bit of a retrace, a back test to whichever level we decide to back test to, yeah, we'll be looking good for this being the medium term lows, and then coming to try and test some upside. You guys probably heard me talk about before, like sort of the midpoint, the mid range between the high and the low. That's obviously around this resistance level here, around 46,000, from obviously this high to low, the midpoint. So yeah, we could at least be looking to a move up to there. That would be, if we were going to have this move up and a bull trap, that would potentially be basically the weakest point, the lowest level we could expect a bull trap from, and that would be very indicative of Bitcoin weakness, and then yeah, potentially going to come down and test lower prices. But yeah, if we do march on upwards, get above 46,000, then obviously we then have a better chance of actually not ending this not ending this overall longer term bull market, and yeah, getting through 58.5 and onwards and upwards. But yeah, we are at a point, we are at an important point now, where if we can get above here, start to make moves towards 42,000, then yeah, confidence could start to fly back into crypto, and then yeah, we can potentially either go to new all-time highs, or we can sucker a lot more money into this bull trap, and then that will potentially get distributed into. So that is what is at stake at the moment. That is what is going on in this market. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how this pans out. Ethereum, Bitcoin as well is looking quite good here. Looking very much like an ascending wedge though. So obviously we could, if we lose the downside trend line, we could break down. And obviously that could easily happen if Bitcoin does have a big acceleration, either to the upside or to the downside. But if it just drifts in this orderly fashion, then you can potentially expect this to break up, and then you could also view this as an ascending triangle, kind of, and then try and put a bullish spin on it. But it is more obviously looking a bit more like an ascending wedge. All I will say is that obviously, yeah, we had this very severe pullback, but we are obviously off the back of a big run. So the longer term trend is still clearly up, and this asset is still clearly looking good. So you can potentially give it more upside percentage potential. Based on that, the USD pairing as well, looking good to try and take out this resistance zone that we drew in yesterday, get back above here, and yeah, we could be looking pretty good again, potentially looking like an ascending triangle. Yeah, and if we do break up, then I think realistically we obviously, with all being well in Bitcoin, we will be on our way to new all-time highs for Ethereum. And what I do suspect, even if Bitcoin is going to bull trap anywhere in this zone, I do think Ethereum will basically print higher highs than the levels that it's got to thus far. So yeah, interesting price action there. Dollar index still flirting around with these lows, not decided what it wants to do yet. Not decided, well, I say not decided what it wants to do. I mean, I think it's clearly going to break down, but it's not decided when it wants to do it. Not what it wants to do. It's not decided when it wants to do it. Stock market is looking good as well. Holding up at these highs as well. Stock market is not looking good. 10-year slightly. Well, I say slightly retreating, as you can see. It's basically staying in the I'm not causing any effect on the market zone at the moment. No real cause for concern. Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance, yeah, flirting with our horizontal here. Our horizontal, just show you where this horizontal comes in from. It just comes in from some price confluence from back here. So we have already taken that out. As you guys obviously know, so it's not like it's necessarily the most important level anymore. However, let's just get back to the price action. However, obviously it is good that well, for altcoins, yeah, that we get back below and then yeah, continue down into this zone for what this may be it for this this iteration of the crypto bull market, down into the 35%. That may down here, obviously low 30s, maybe where we get down to before yeah, all bets are off, and yeah, and then it's a crypto winter. So yeah, either way though, we shall see how it goes. There is bigger bifurcation in the alt markets these days. It's not as much like the olden days. So some things could continue to do really well. Even potentially in a bear market, some things could continue to do okay. I wouldn't necessarily say really well, but some things could continue to do okay. And yeah, we shall have to obviously witness that in real time. So not much else to look at. Let's look at the stochastics. I'm sure these are going to be looking potentially even better than they did yesterday for that move up to at least 42. So yeah, 4 hour, as you can see, it did pull back, but now back up and holding up there. So yeah, obviously this is gonna struggle to keep going up, but these high time frames should really starting to pull through. Yeah, just I'll wait for the 10 hour. Yeah, 10 hour is looking strong. Anna's got room to run. 12 hour is pointing back up now and getting back into the bullish half. So this is the good one. This is one that we can definitely gives us 42,000 potential. Daily as well, whilst it had not been coming up pretty quickly, has now decided it wants to get a move on, so it's making a beeline for above the 50%, so into the bullish half. So if that gets going, it's going to get us to 42 pretty much. 2 day also, yeah, turning back up from a low level. So yeah, if we get up, I mean, if basically this 10 hour and 12 hour could potentially get us up to, 10 hour, 12 hour and daily could potentially get us up to 42, and then we'll be relying on this 2 day and 3 day to try and blast us up, basically 342. 5 days still got to turn back up, weekly still got to turn back up. Obviously if we get through the 42 and they start to help us out as well, then I mean, Bitcoin all-time highs potentially. But at the very least, a nice high level for the bull trap, maybe into the 50Ks. Obviously, if the 5 day and weekly and well, I'm not sure the bi-weekly at that point would. It'll take a bit more to get the bi-weekly to turn around, but yeah, the 5 day and weekly get turned back up. So yeah, things are looking increasingly better. Better as in better. That we are putting these medium-term lows. We've got to decide if we can break up and then see if we're going to put in a medium-term lower high, or we are going to ultimately put in a higher high. We've got to watch out for that. Obviously, a lower high in the context of the obviously the wider trend is not going to look good. And then I mean, realistically, we can only then target lower lows at that point. So yeah, at the moment all is to play for. All is is to play for in the crypto market at the moment. So yeah, interesting times. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.